Hello, I'm Chris Scott. Welcome to my studio where I'm going to be hosting a series of craft videos, instructional videos, in cooperation with the Library Arts Center of Newport, New Hampshire. The crafting videos accompany kits that are available at the Newport Library Arts Center. If you already have your kit, that's great. We're ready to start. If you haven't got your kit, you can get one by contacting the Newport Library Arts Center in Newport, New Hampshire. We're going to be making a tissue paper carnation based on a kit that you can get from the Newport Library Arts Center in Newport, New Hampshire. In that kit, you're going to receive instructions and materials to make this kit, but you will need to provide a pair of scissors and you might need a pencil, but probably not. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is take this stack. There are 6 pieces of tissue paper here. I'm going to stack them up and I'm going to accordion pleat them. Here in the instructions, it talks about accordion pleating, and it also gives a little example, but I'm going to do it here. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to fold it back. Some people think about this as being a paper fan. This is how you make a paper fan. Some people make Christmas ornaments out of paper by accordion pleating and then cutting into the accordion pleat. So here I have an accordion pleat. You can see where it kind of looks like a fan. Here you can see that I have a mountain fold, a valley fold, a mountain fold, a valley fold, all the way across the piece of paper, or the pieces of paper. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pinch it in the center. I'm just moving my fingers so that you can kind of see and so I can kind of judge where the middle is. I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it on a table. I'm just going to smush right there in the center. So this looks like a bow tie. And I smushed in the center. I'm going to pick up that smushed part. I'm going to find my long piece of floral wire and I'm going to wrap that right around the center of the bow tie. I'm going to wrap the end. Go ahead and take your time. Get it wrapped really well. Not too tightly. You want to be able to move these petals. So I'm going to fan my petals back out and I'm going to make some clips in the ends. That also is talked about here. It says make small V-shaped cuts to the edges of the tissue paper, and it gives an example here. I'm just making little V-shaped cuts, and they're very random. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. Now that I have all the little V-shapes cut into the edges, I'm going to start gently separating each one of these pieces of tissue paper. I'm going to pull them up toward the center, toward where I tied those pieces together. You can see I made a little tear there. Not to worry. Tissue paper flowers are pretty forgivable. You want to be careful. So now I have both sides all fluffed out. All the petals are separated. And then kind of push them together a little bit, fluff them out. And I can even give this a haircut if I want. I can kind of cut off anything that I don't think is real super pretty, anything that I think is too long, all the way around. That's fun. Give this a little bit of a snip. I think that piece is too big. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to pull these toward the center. So pull my petals toward the center, and I'm going to push on the base to just sort of crunch it and smush it until it's a little bit together again. And we talk about that here in the instructions again. Now I'm going to make what is called a sepal. And the sepal is the part of the flower that usually covers the bud before the flower blooms. Once the flower blooms, it sort of sits here at the end, at the bottom of at the base of the flower. And we're going to use it to kind of cover the base of the flower and the top of this floral wire. So I'm going to take a piece 6 to 8 inches long. Floral tape is this great stuff. It's paper tape, and it has a little bit of give to it, and it has wax on it, so it sticks particularly well to itself, sometimes not so well to the tissue paper. So you can always start it by taking a little bit of glue, putting that on, and then you want to start putting it at the base of the flower and wrapping it around. You want it to be a little bit tight, so you want to pull a little bit. And just keep wrapping, and wrap down toward the stem. I can move the flower so that I can get at a better angle. Move down the stem, just so that the wire where we wrapped it around the bottom of the petals is covered. There we go. Now we can fluff out our carnation a little bit again. And we're going to make a leaf for this flower. I'm going to take my template, which is right here on the instructions, the leaf template. I'm going to put my piece of green paper down on it. I'm going to grab my pencil, and I'm going to trace, because tissue paper is see-through, transparent. I can take that and I can fold it over so that I can make 2 leaves and cut it out. What I'm going to want to do, once I get this cut out, is I'm going to want to put glue to about the center of this leaf. So the leaves go this way on the flower, on the stem. I want to put glue about halfway up. I'm going to cover the rest of this this wire with floral tape first. I'm going to just show you a little bit of that. So I'm going to take maybe 8 inches or so of floral tape. I'm going to see if it will stay on its own. You can always use a little bit of glue to keep it where it needs to go. And I wrap the floral tape at an angle so that it easily begins to hide this entire length and give a little bit of substance to this wire. So I have the wire completely covered in floral tape. And now I'm going to take and add those leaves. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on my leaf. I'm going to take my leaf and I'm going to put it on, or I'm going to put my wire on top of my leaf. Then I'm just going to fold one side over. Then I'm going to take and fold the other side over. or roll the other side over so that they meet. There's my little leaf. And I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure I've got enough glue on there. Can always add a little bit of glue. Hold that down. And add another leaf to the other side. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to put glue on my leaf. I'm going to place my leaf. If I can get it on the camera in the shot. I'm going to put that on and fold that up. I'm just going to fold one side over, wrap the other side over, and now I've got 2 leaves on my flower. There they are. I could put a couple more up here if I want. But that is our flower, our carnation flower, and I want to thank you for joining me. And make sure that you contact the Library Arts Center in Newport, New Hampshire and get your kit. And I'll be back to show you how to do the next flower, the hydrangea.